Yo, what's up guys, Maverick here and welcome back to another Draft to Glory. Now, what I thought, because the way that Team of the Season is out and things like that, and the fact it's coming towards the end of FIFA, especially for me, this is one of the last few times I'm going to play it until FIFA 20, and I'm actually really happy about that. But I'm also I'm excited to play the last few games. But what I'm going to do for you guys, and I'm going to change the screen so that you guys can see what I'm talking about, what I'm thinking about. But I've got 183,000 coins in this account, and it's got to the point where it doesn't really matter about us being super efficient when it comes to coins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pack a team of the season and make this whole draft series worth it. But what I thought is I'm going to build drafts, and if they're not good enough, I'm going to restart it. You guys aren't going to see the bad drafts, but if it isn't good enough, I'm just going to restart it. So basically, all I'm saying is that if you're watching this video, then you know the draft is going to be a good one. Or maybe not amazing 195, 194, but a good draft. I'm not going to do one where the team is, like I've had the last few times I tried to record, and the team's not even better than my squad outside of draft. So for me, I don't really want to play it unless the squad is better or as good as the team that I have outside of, but with different players that I haven't used yet, if that makes any sense. I'm sure you guys that play draft a lot understand what I mean by that, and probably most of you will understand as well what I mean by that. So that being said, this is where I cut, and when I'm building the team next, just know if you're watching it, it's going to be a good draft. Right, formation is up first, as always. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1 is a good formation. I can get the likes of Messi, Team of the Season Hazard, players along those lines. So I'm going to go for 4-3-2-1 just because 4-3-3 defend, you get too many CDMs, and there aren't any, for me personally, I don't think there's any amazing Team of the Season CDMs. So I'm going to go for 4-3-2-1, the straight centre midfielders in this one. Captain's up first. Wow. Okay, gonna go Isco, Cam Isco. This way, I could potentially push a team of the season, Messi, into that right forward position. No, we get 95 rated Messi. Please, why couldn't that just be the team of the season? There's so many versions of him. Could I not get a better one than that? But striker position, team of the season, Benzema. He looks pretty good. Team of the season, Griezmann. I've heard wonderful things about this guy from Wolf, so I'm gonna give him a try. I'm going to test him out, but his stats look absolutely phenomenal. I am a little bit upset that I'm saying no to Lewandowski, because this weekend league, he was a menace. He was tall, he was strong, his dribbling was good, his finishing was utterly ridiculous. And I do really want to try him out, but he's so tough to fit into teams, so I'm going to go for Griezmann for that reason. Left wing, Ronaldinho, icon Ronaldinho, bang, there we go. He is going right into that left wing slot. Centre midfielder, I don't really know who we can get that's going to help us out massively here. I know Alan is unreal on this game. He is genuinely amazing on this game. So I'm probably going to take him. I know this makes it a lot harder to fit players in. But for example, Sissoko doesn't really help me. And Ericsson, sorry, excuse me guys. Ericsson I'm not really bothered about. Partey is a great option though. He is. He really is a good option. So it becomes a really tough one. Do you know what? I'm going for Alan. Change things up a little bit different. He gets obviously that strong link to Ronaldinho. Then maybe potentially another Brazilian in that left centre midfield slot. Or 99 Modric. That will do quite nicely as well. So 99 Modric gets himself in. This draft is looking really nice at the moment. So Modric gets himself in there. Alan can go there. Now here, if I could get the likes of Team of the Season Tellers left back and then Eder Militao centre back, we are looking at a fantastic draft. No, normal Alex Tellez, but I'm going to go for Alexandro. Obviously there is that strong link, Alexandro into Team of the Season Alan, so I'm going to go for that there. So we have got Alexandro. Left centre back. Now an icon would kind of make this all a lot easier. I'm not going to get it. But Moreno is 64 pace and he is a La Liga centre back. So I'm going to go for him. Now, right centre back. A team of the year Varane would be fantastic. we don't get it. We do get a Fabinho, who would be tough to link in. Obviously, you've got the likes of PK, who gets that strong link into Isco. So PK is potentially the best option here, chemistry-wise. And Fabinho is the better centre-back, but for once, I'm actually going to go with what is the smarter option. Crazy, I know. So I'm going to go for PK there. Right back. Now, we need Carvajal or something along those lines here. We do get team of the season, Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is the best option there. So I'm going to take him because he would be the best one to have off chem if I have to have him off chem in the end. So far, it's not going too badly. It's not fantastic, but it's also not bad. Goalkeeper. That is shocking. I'm going to go for him. Now I actually need a good goalkeeper here. Now it's extremely important that I get a good goalkeeper. And we don't. Okay. This is problem. This is a big problem. What I'm going to do is Casillas would obviously get chem with PK. Not a lot. But what I'm going to do... I might take Szczesny for the fact that obviously I could go Syria left centre back. So I'm going to take Szczesny. It is wild, and let's just hope we get another keeper somewhere in this bench and reserves, because that has really, really killed me off there. We get left back Petit, which potentially doesn't help us in any way, shape or form. We get Carvajal, who does get us the chemistry. So what I could do is start Carvajal, and then maybe put Trent Alexander on as a substitute. Obviously, Hector Bellerin as well. I could start a right back, which is what I'm probably actually going to do. And then Felipe Luis is obviously good chem between Alan and any La Liga centre-back I decide to use. But I'm going to go for Bellerin. I know I'm saying no to Varane as well, but Bellerin is going to go into that right back slot. This is awful, so I'm going to skip that. We're going to go for Juanfran at left back. Potentially that means I can then change the centre midfield around if I need to, just for chemistry purposes. So I'm going to take Juanfran there. Danny Garcia, I'm going to take him just as a backup. Because, I mean, what we can do and what we have definitely got is 100 chemistry. If I do this, sorry guys, I've done it again and I do it all the time, but I haven't put the camera there. But we have got 100 chemistry. Well, I say 100, it basically is, it's 99, and surely we'll get one manager that will match someone. But we've got the 99 chemistry if required, but then obviously we have got the better option of players here, which gives us 97. So the increase in chemistry isn't amazing, but obviously, as you know, or as you can see, we do have the option to do so. I'm going to keep going and just hope we get... There we go. That'll do. That'll do absolutely perfect. We get Socrates or Socrates, whatever you want to call him, however you want to call him. So I'm going to get him in to that centre midfield slot. And bish, bash, bosh. There we go. I'm going to keep it that way around. Obviously, keep Messi on the chem. Now we need a change of centre-back. And we're good. A change of centre-back into Syria. And we're actually absolutely fine here. I'm going to take Del Piero as a super sub. I just need a Syria centre-back somewhere. I'm going to take De Rossi here. Now, there are some good options. I could take... No, I can't take Edison because I don't have any Prem in the end. But I'm going to take De Rossi and potentially play him in centre-back. Crazy, I know, but it might have to be done just to get the right chemistry starting off. Now here, Nainggolan is obviously Syria and would actually be a good option, but he doesn't quite work. Sissoko, potential super sub. Don't really see how else I'm going to use him, but we can swap them around there. And a couple more options. That's a terrible option, but we do get Florenzi. Okay, Florenzi. João Cancelo would actually be a better option. because of the Juve link with Sandro, and then because I can then put Szczesny in goal. So João Cancelo would actually be the better option. I know Florenzi's got some crazy stats, but for chemistry, I'm actually going to take the best option, which is crazy for me to say, because I don't normally do that, but I am going to take João Cancelo there. So then I can do that, and then I can do that there. So that is how the team is looking. So that is 10 chem on Sandro. If I did it that way around, obviously it would be 6 and 6. So we've got the 10, 6 and 10. Obviously then we've got the goalkeeper on 10. Problem, I should have gone Carvajal in hindsight at right back, because now PK hasn't got those two strong links, which is a little bit annoying, but I didn't know at the time, so there's not a lot we can do about that. And then Modric is probably going to go in as well at some point, but I'm going to have to sub him in because of that Isco and PK situation. Here I'm going to take Sane as a super sub. Final two options: Hazard as an 86 rated player, and then literally the final option that we have got, and it's 86 rated Werner as a substitute. So this team is absolutely ridiculous in terms of just the players that I've got. So what I'm probably going to do in game, how do I fix this? In game, I don't really know what I'm going to do actually looking at it. Trent Alexander-Arnold has the stats to be a centre-back, but doesn't have the work rates. He's high attacking and medium defensive, which would not be ideal at all. But then I've currently got, again, João Cancelo, who is high medium, and then Alexander as well, who's high. So I don't really have anyone I can move into centre-back, other than potentially Juan Fran, who again is high medium. So I really don't have a centre-back to go along with PK, which is a tiny bit of a problem. But then also it's one we'll look at when we get into the game. But that is the team. I need a Liga Santander manager, and then we can get the majority of the players onto better chemistry. A Portuguese Liga Santander manager, I don't think that's even a thing. We do get a manager though, so that is obviously great. PK's up to 8, Isco's up to 10, Messi's up to 10, and Griezmann's up to 10. So that is absolutely ideal. The only player on low chem is João Cancelo, but who would have thought it? I said I was going to only show you the draft if it was a good one, and the first one we did is a 191. Now I know with Team of the Season and things like that, that's probably a lot easier to get right now, but the team itself actually looks really, really good. I mean, obviously defensively there's a few things I would change given the option, but it looks all round good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sub Marcelo into the right centre midfield slot, and then put Socrates out to the left, and put Alan into the middle. So it's going to be Socrates there, Alan in the middle, and Modric out there. That is how the team's going to look in game. But that being said, like I said, first time round we got it. Didn't expect it, didn't think it was going to happen. But let's move into game number 1, and let's see how well we can do with this draft. We were close. We were really close to having one of those games where you just should never lose. Oh, woo! Phew, this is why I am so happy, and this is why I'm smiling, because I'm so glad to eventually see the back of this game soon. I really, really am. I hate it. It's so bad, literally so bad. I was so, disgustingly better than this opponent. Disgustingly better. And I could only just beat him 2-1. And it just doesn't make sense to me. The saves his keeper were pulling off was just, it's just ridiculous, because this guy is so bad at everything. So bad at defending. I mean, look at this. It's so easy to get past him there. I take a shot. Okay, don't get me wrong. That's potentially a comfortable save. But for some of the shots that you guys will see flying past your keeper, and that flying past my keeper 24/7, and this guy was so adept at keeper movement, it was ridiculous. He was so good at it, and it's just pointless. This, it's nuts. Like, look, I'm moving him. This is a team of the season, Griezmann, right? Now, I know he's moving him left, and he goes to move him, like, as I'm running in, as you can see here, he moves towards the near post. Then when I cut inside, he realizes, oh, he's not going to go near post. And I could have gone near post by the time he started to move him, but he's moved him to the point where even if I shoot near post here, he's going to move him back. But he now knows I've got to go a step further to take the shot because I've got to open the angle up. So I do open the angle up. I then choose to go here, and you guys will say, oh, you can now go near post. It's too late. By this point, it's too late. But look at the space he has opened up to that side of the goal. And this is why keeper movement is broken, because I can't move where I'm shooting now. Whereas in real life, Griezmann would just put it in that right-hand corner, because look at the space Alisson's given him there. He'd literally just pass it into that space. This is why keeper movement needs to leave this game. It is nonsense, genuine nonsense. And I've said this so many times in this series, but it is utter nonsense. Look where his keeper is by the time I've struck the ball. Show me that once in real life, and I'll say, yeah, fair enough, keeper movement needs to stay. It's utterly ridiculous. And it just comes to a point where this guy's abandoned defending ages ago. So I've gone past him. He's dived in. Now, if keeper movement wasn't a thing, okay, I could just shoot this into the far corner now. But I know it is, and he is going to move him. So now I have to take extra touches. And obviously bearing in mind this is slowed down, so it looks like it's like, oh, you chose the wrong decision. In full speed, this is not the wrong decision. Now I have to take extra touches, and what this leads to is 3 AI defenders in Alexandro, Fabinho and De Bruyne now suddenly absolutely closing me down. His AI defender closing me down, and his keeper moving. All of these things when I could have just scored because I got past him. It's nuts. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about it. I'm not fully you guys will say I'm moaning, but I'm not fully moaning. I just wanted to show that situation, and there's a few others within this game that he did with Alisson. Look, Alisson save, Alisson save, Alisson save. And it's just craziness, like genuine craziness, because I've got to take all of these extra touches and do all of these extra things because I know he's moving his keeper and I'm watching him control his keeper. And so it gives me no angle. So now I've got to turn around again. He shuts off the angle, and it's just nuts. I'm shooting near post. It's not accurate enough because it hasn't been all year. That's a green time as well. It's genuinely nuts. Keeper movement is nuts. That's just a normal save. But yeah, anyway, let's go into the next game. I've changed outfits because I'm actually recording this next episode the next day, because the way FIFA was, the way my head was, I decided I'm not going to play the rest of this draft. I'm going to do it tomorrow. So here we go. We are in game 2, as you know. I did manage to win 5-3. Again, draft is a whole different game mode. And I know a lot of people say that, and I know a lot of people say it because they lost or what have you, but draft is just a whole different game mode. It becomes you can't defend in draft. It's like your defenders just don't want to defend to make it more enjoyable. And yeah, that is part of the fun, but it also can be really irritating when you get someone you're playing and you know they're just not good at FIFA, but the goals that the game gives them is nuts. Like, for example, here, look at this. What is Bellerin doing? Like, genuinely, what is he doing? You don't, like, what is that for coding? Why have you made the defender do that? That is the most idiotic thing I've ever seen in my life. And then, outside the boot, instead of palming it away, it goes directly to an attacker. As you know, that is FIFA. That is FIFA in a nutshell. It's just so a calamity of errors into conceding a madness goal. And that, like I said, that is how FIFA works. Again, here, like, what is that? Again, what is Bellerin doing? I know you guys will say, oh, Bellerin's rubbish, but every fullback in the game does this. Like, what is that? Why are you turning that way? Like, you're a professional footballer, and the body positioning on that is shocking. If I did that on Sunday/Saturday, I'd be annoyed at myself, and I'm semi-pro. Like, what? That is horrendous. And then just a first time finish from Leroy Sané. And yeah, just this game, simple, through ball, and my whole team just is nowhere. My whole team. Like, where is my defense here? Why is Trent running forward? I'm not controlling him, by the way. I'm controlling PK, as you'll be able to see, because I'm running with PK. But Trent is just doing whatever. Like, whatever he wants. It's crazy. But, like I said, we did actually win this game. And a lot of the chances I missed, again, it's just 14 shots. Look at where they're taken from. They're taken from like 10 yards out with team of the seasons, team of the year's prime icons, and I'm not scoring. It's nuts. The 11 shots on target, look where they're from. Nuts game. But we go into the next game. Hopefully I can win that as well. Game number 3, and I'm so glad I beat this guy. Because, again, and this is another reason I really can't wait to see the back of FIFA 19. But all he did was use the flick system and El Tornado cross and flick and flick and flick and chip through ball and flick and flick. Oh, it's so annoying to play. Like, this isn't FIFA Street. I know people love and want FIFA Street, but it's not for FIFA 19. There's no place here for all the flicks, the El Tornadoes and all of that. I know some people will say it's fun, and I know people will say I'm boring, but there's no place for it because you can't. I don't mind it, my player having the ball flicked over the top of their head and not being able to react and doing like an animation like, oh, I don't mind it in FIFA Street because that's why you play that game, you accept it. But I don't play FIFA 19 to be beaten by something that I can't prevent. It's not, for me, it's not the right place for it. And it needs to just go. And hopefully they've learnt from that mistake in the new one. And it's not so smooth and swift to do flick ups and stuff. I really, really hope. Really, really hope. But that being said, again, we did actually manage to win. But I can't remember what that is. Skill moves from me. I don't know why that's in there. What is that? And I know people will say that's good play and smart play and what have you. What is going on there? Wow, this game is fantastic. But I know some people will say, literally, I can't even watch the replay of this properly. But people will say it's good, smart play. But that is nonsense. For a little, like, literally Suarez, just a tiny little tap right over, perfect direction. I can be looking at a player 7 yards away. I can press A and it doesn't get there. But just random, oh, bang, straight flick gets there. It's weird. Like, there's so many unbalanced, unexplainable things in this game. There really is. But I did manage to score. There we go. Bang. Green time finish. Because you have to green time everything. Otherwise, you don't score. Skill moves. Look. El Tornado. Cross. It's just... don't show that stuff, game. Like, that is not good. Lovely play. Absolutely lovely play. Modric scores there. The difference. That's the difference. I know it loses me games, but I look to actually play football. I look to play FIFA properly. I don't look to abuse mechanics. Obviously, I do abuse mechanics in some form. You actually just have to. Otherwise, it's impossible to win. But we're going into a final. So, not really too much to complain about. Let's get into it. We lost in the final, but I don't really understand what happened. It was 2-1. And then at half time, he disappeared. And it said, your match is under review. And I was so head loss about it that I literally forgot to press record. And I'm still head loss. And this are the rewards. I don't really understand what's happened. I'm guessing I got no loss glitched or something. I genuinely don't know. But I'm head loss, but also I don't actually care. Like, I actually don't care that much. Especially as I've lost that way. He was 2-1 up. It was half time. I still had a massive chance to get into it. But, yeah. Why every Draft to Glory does it end on a note like this? Like, I'm tired of it. I'm actually tired of it. But, like I said, thankfully this is one of the last few Draft to Glories that I'm going to do this year. I know a lot of you will cheer about that as well. Making that active because that's quite nice. I know a lot of you will cheer about that as well, and be happy that's the case. But yeah, I'm kind of glad to see the back of this FIFA. I really am. Hopefully next year there's no walkout. Hopefully next year can be a better iteration of FIFA, because we deserve it and we need it, to be honest, because the damage that has been caused this year. But that being said, Draft the Glory's been pretty fun. It's given me a reason to play this game, and for that I'm very, very grateful for it, because genuinely Rivals for me has not given me a reason to play. Weekend League I've played, but really hasn't given me a massive reason, and I'm going to open the premium silver packs. Why not? We could maybe get a Huesca, Valladolid, Empoli player, something along those lines. But yeah, for me there's been no reason to play this FIFA, but obviously I've still played it anyway. We've got Dom Solanke, who probably sells for something, so I'll list him up. And those guys, all of that can be sold. I know some of the can be quick sold. I know some of those things will sell for money or coins, but we're at the point where, like I said, I'm just going to play a few more, and you guys are probably going to see a few more Draft the Glories, and then that is it. Germany 2, English 2, Spain 2, England 1, Chong sells for quite a bit, so chuck him up. And then the rest are not useful really to us. He doesn't look like he sells, or if he does, it's not for much. He does sell, but again, not for much. Get rid of all of that. Bang. And the final 2 gold packs, just to get all of the gold packs that we've got in store out. It's not a walkout. Could you imagine if we did get a walkout from this pack? Add those to the transfer list as well. Get rid of all of that. And finally, final pack, even though I can only store 1 more item on my transfer list, it is not a walkout. Is it a board player or an inform or something along those lines? No. I'm going to add this guy, and then, Anchors sell. I know that. I'm going to keep Anchor, but the rest can go. Anchor and the 2 players I'll keep. Bang. There we go. That is going to wrap up for this episode. Hopefully you did enjoy. Please do smash the like button. Subscribe if you are new and haven't joined the Wolfpack yet. But it's been your boy Maverick, and until next time, I'm out.